Welcome into the CHGO Blackhawks Podcast. I'm Jay Zawaski with Greg Boysen and Mario Tirabassi. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it on this beautiful Tuesday in Chicago. We suffer through the hot and the colds for days like this. That's for damn sure. It is beautiful out to celebrate. Why don't you smash that like button for us? We'd appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube page as well. Podcast listeners, make sure you're following, subscribed on your favorite app, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That would be very, very helpful. We've got a bunch of remaining mailbag questions that we didn't get to on Monday's show that we're going to get to on today's show. But we have to lead
get full on some
with
leftovers.
A little bit of hockey news.
What is that?
Team USA is running their World Junior Championship Showcase.
The summer
right
showcase.
Now. And yesterday, our buddy, Frank Nazar III, put on a damn show. USA won 10-1 over Sweden.
Yeah.
Frank Nazar had 4 goals and an assist.
Yeah.
Only 1 assist. So selfish.
Selfish. Trade him.
Brandon Peary, here we go.
Yeah, the summer showcase is, for those who don't know, is more or less a summer pre-World Juniors camp. It's for all the players that basically are on the radar for Team USA. I believe Finland's playing in it, Sweden's playing in it. I think it's actually just those 3 countries, because then Team USA is in Team White and Team Blue because there's like 50 guys playing. So they have enough to be in 2 teams. But yeah, it's basically kind of a summer, as the title says, summer showcase for those players to be in front of, to play with some Team USA teammates, be in front of the coaches and Team USA staff, and kind of give them an idea of where they're at heading into their seasons. 4 Blackhawks are with Team USA right now. It's Sam Renzel, Oliver Moore, Gavin Hayes, and Frank Nazar. So it's a really good indicator for Nazar where he's at right now, to have the kind of game he had last night, scoring 4 goals in 4 different ways. He had a beautiful snipe shot. 2 of them actually were beautiful snipe shots from between the dots, which was great to see him in that area, being able to use his shot that way. He had one where he was just going hard to the net, went off his skate and in. So sometimes, hey, they don't ask how, they ask how many, right? And for Nazar, it was 4. With his 4th of the night, coming on a tremendous defensive play to strip the puck from the puck carrier, go down the ice the opposite way on a breakaway and finish it. And his 1 assist was a clean face-off win right to the defenseman, who clapped it from the blue line, and it found the back of the net. So he had a tremendous game. I think in that same game, Oliver Moore and Gavin Hayes both picked up assists as well, as did Sam Renzel. So all 4 guys yesterday getting on the score sheet, Nazar in the biggest way. And it's just a great thing to see for him, especially where he was this time last year, dealing with the hip injury that eventually took him out of 90% of Michigan's season last year.
I mean, he could be... I'm not shocked that he's having a good outing, because he's like just getting in the midseason form.
Yeah.
All these other guys are probably tired as hell. They're coming off long seasons. Sure, they've had a couple months rest, but they're in off-season mode. Frank Nazar is like... it's November for him right now. He's
ready to go.
He's feeling it, and that's a great sign for everything to come, especially after missing the majority of the season. But he definitely showed flashes for Michigan during the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament. So huge year coming up for him. I think he's going to get a lot of people excited with what he does at Michigan, likely being the top line center over there. And it's going to take an act of God for him not to be at the World Juniors this year.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much a lock for that. Team USA is going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, they should be.
They're going
to be real good.
The World Juniors is going to be so much fun for Blackhawk fans, because there's going to be a ton of guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 4 guys on at Team USA camp. I think 3 of those guys are probably going to make it. I think the wild card is Renzel. If he doesn't make it this year,
you think Renzel?
I think he's the wild card. I think I think the other 3 guys. I think Nazar is a lock. Gavin Hayes and Moore are pretty much, they're going to make it.
Okay.
And then Renzel he's that guy that they bring on, as the 7th defenseman, and he plays his way in. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what they have out there. If he's not there this year, I think next year for sure.
Yeah.
He's one of the main
Check
guys.
on his age, but
maybe he does an Ethan Del Mastro and gets taken on as the extra defenseman. Somebody
Yeah.
gets injured, and then they can't take him out of the lineup like we saw last year.
So I know Mario tried yesterday to get Chris Peters on the show today, and he's not available, but he's out there at the tournament. And I actually DM'd him today, and I said, give me an update on Nazar and Renzel and more. And he said, Nazar looks like he's back to his old self, playing fast and aggressive and with skill. I think Renzel is making a good case for himself here. That's a good case to make the World Junior team. USA lacks size on both ends, on the back end rather, but he's playing big here. Good at both ends, taking a few too many penalties, so he has to watch his stick, but otherwise he's all right. So, in Chris Peters' mind, Renzel's got a decent shot at making the team too.
And this would be his shot to make the World Junior because he'll turn 20 next June. So this is you can't you can only turn 20, I think. During the tournament is like the cutoff. If you turn 20 during the tournament, it's fine. But yeah, so this would be his shot to make it the World Junior squad for Team USA. I think he's got a good chance for it. My wild card out of those 4 for Team USA is actually Gavin Hayes, and I think it's just because he's one of those guys that kind of fits into like maybe might be a bottom 6 guy in that setting. I know he put up 40 goals in the OHL last year. He's got a tremendous shot on him, but I think, like Team Canada, you kind of have to be a really special college player to make Team Canada. With Team USA, you kind of have to be a real special Canadian juniors player to make it. And I think Gavin Hayes is really good. If he has a tremendous start to his season, fine. By all means, put him on the team. I have no problems with that. But I just think Team USA tries to showcase their development program and their college guys a little bit more than maybe the Canadian junior guys.
Just like Team Canada does it with the CHL guys.
Yeah.
But so you figure you get at least 3 on Team USA. I mean,
Korchinski's going to be on Team Canada.
If he's not playing for the Blackhawks,
Right.
but one way or the other, I think he'll be there. Korchinski, maybe Ryan Green. He was one of the last guys cut last year, but again, he's got
I think
that.
Green's too old.
Is he too old?
I think he might be too old. I'll check.
He was one of the last guys cut last year, but again,
He turns 20 in October.
All right, so he'd be too old.
so he's
so
too
he had
old.
his
Oh,
chance.
God, he's too old.
Ugh.
Yeah.
20, gross.
Such a grizzled veteran.
Old bastard.
And then you could get some of the European guys that have been drafted the past couple years could be playing.
Martin Myziak, I think, is going to be a lock to be on the Slovakian team.
Gajan played for Slovakia
Yep.
last year, and he should be there this year.
He should
and
be
won't
there
have
again.
Connor Bedard to give him nightmares.
Yeah.
like he did last
Hopefully we
year.
see a better highlight of Guyon as
Yeah.
opposed to Connor
Yeah.
Bedard just undressing him.
So, there'll be plenty of Blackhawks, not only Team USA, but across that tournament.
Yeah, there's going to be at least 7-8 guys
yeah.
to watch.
Exactly. CHGO Videos is asking, do the Blackhawks send Bedard to the World Juniors? Not a snowball's chance in hell that happens.
They
No
could.
way.
They could.
They won't.
They're not going to. No way.
They
Is
could.
there
No
any way they do? Even if, like, let's say the
No.
Hawks are
Nope.
really, really
No,
bad,
no,
they
no.
should not. Absolutely
Nope,
not.
Because
No.
because there are people who are buying tickets to see Connor Bedard, and then you take him away for a month.
That's true. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
You're not sending your
And-
biggest
and-
marketing tool to go play in an exhibition tournament that he already dominated in.
Yeah, and you're sending him out of your control, out of your
Yeah.
hands to Team
He's got
Canada,
nothing
where
to prove
yeah,
at that level.
No,
And you don't need some Czechia and Pudwack taking a shot at him.
no, You
Or
don't
any
need that.
country.
Or
Not
any
to pick
country.
on Czechia.
Yeah.
Any Pudwack.
By any means. Any
No,
Pudwack.
no
of any nationality.
Yes. Pudwack is a international.
Yeah, it's worldwide.
Pudwack.
Worldwide Pudwacks.
Pudwack. That's how you say it in
Pudwack.
Czech. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
I like
right.
that. Yeah.
So it's exciting, and I think something to keep in mind too is like the World Juniors come around and the rosters get named. If some of the Hawks that are eligible don't get picked, it doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean they're busts. There's only so many spots.
Alex DeBrincat was left off of
Yeah.
the 2016 team that won gold.
Yeah, because he had
Character
attitude
issues.
problems.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't mean that because again, these teams, like we kind of mentioned last week and talked about Kyle Davidson, they're not just filling a roster; they're building a team.
Right.
So if you have 5 guys that all do the same thing and you only need 3 of them, you might be on the odd man out. And it also comes down to your age. I know Team Canada likes to pretty much have a team full
Older
of
guys.
19-year-olds.
Yeah.
If they can do all 19-year-olds, they would.
Yeah.
And again, the whole okay, you're a great Canadian player. Do you play in the WHL or do you play for
Minnesota
Boston
or
University?
something? Yeah.
They're going to take
I play for Team USA.
they're gonna take the CHL kid 9 times out of 10.
Well, I think they'll take Celebrini this year, even though he's going to be playing at Boston. But
yeah, probably. Great. So we can hear about how we need to keep losing for him.
Yeah. No, we're not doing that this year.
Yeah.
Peter in the chat says he thinks Guyan is too old. Guyan will be 20 in May, so he is not too old. He is eligible for the under 20 World Junior Championships.
nice.
The other bit of news before we get to our mailbag leftovers, which are starting to smell a little bit, we got to get to them quickly. Updated list
Forgot
for the
to put him in the fridge.
Yeah, I left him out on the counter.
updated list for the Marion Hossa goodbye game. This is a who's who of hockey studs.
It's crazy.
Nicholas Lidstrom, Zdeno Chara, Peter Bondra, Dustin Bufflin, Nicholas Hjalmarsson, Martin Havlat, Marcel Hossa, Patrick Sharp, Marian Gabrick, Thomas Kopetsky, Daniel Alfredson, Michael Hanzus, Jonathan Tays, Miroslav Shatan, Peter Mrazek, and Peter Cech. You know, he has
Probably,
to be there.
yeah.
Michael Roosevelt. Is it Andrei Sekarash?
Andrei Sekera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suffering
Lubomir Vishnowski, Henrik Zetterberg, Duncan Keith, Yaroslav Halak, Scott Darling, Ziggy Palfy, Johnny Oduya. I don't know Pavlikovsky. I don't know that one. And Yuri
look that one
Hudler.
up.
That's a pretty good list. That's
Yeah.
a good team.
Yeah.
That's a couple good teams.
And we did find out yesterday that they will ship merch to the United States.
That's true.
Yes, I got the order form. So it's literally like check how many you want. So I think what we need to do, the three of us, is pick what we want,
Group order, yeah.
send an
Group-
order,
group
because the
order.
shipping is astronomical. I'm
sure. Yeah.
I know Region Rev was looking to order some stuff for
For
from the
herself.
Hossa game,
Yeah.
and said it was around $50 shipping. Oof. So between the three of us, I think we can swallow that pill. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $50 to ship a puck back to my house.
Right.
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
we can
no.
we can put in a big CHGO order and
Well, I
Split
think
it
the
evenly.
way they're doing it is by the weight of the package. So
Yeah.
if we get 3 T-shirts or whatever, it's not going to be that heavy.
But I think it's like up to and then up to and then up to. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Well,
And I was
we're
thinking
good,
about
we're good
this.
friends with Marion, and
We
you're,
should
you're
just-
his
yeah.
coworker. You'd be like, hey, dude,
That's right.
Yeah, you're his
next
colleague.
time you come on our set, can you just bring us some stuff?
Well, I was
some
thinking
swag?
about this too. Like, let's have a production meeting on the air, Lawrence. You're our lead producer
Sure, let's
guy.
do it.
What if we did something like, follow us on Twitter, and we'll pick one of our new followers, and we'll order a shirt for them or something. Which should be have some way where we order a shirt from the Hossa game, and then somebody wins it. But we need to know the size before we place the order.
Yeah.
So how do we make this work for
Yeah,
us?
but see if we
Well,
do
this,
if
this
we do
game
a-
is this game is happening in 2 weeks. So
if we do
Gotta be
the
quick.
if we do new follower, then our old OG followers are gonna be pissed.
biggest
Yeah.
super chat.
pay for the shipping.
First $100 super chat gets the shirt.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, if you go new, then you're screwing.
Yeah, it's like
the
all the
OGs.
cell phone deals are for new customers,
Right.
and you're like, I've been with your company for
Xfinity.
10 years.
All right,
Oh,
let's
jeez.
brainstorm it. We'll put a pin in that.
Can
and
we create a
revisit it.
CHGO puck doku, and the first person to
Oh.
figure it out
Hmm.
wins?
I
Can
don't
you
know.
build that website for us, Lawrence?
I don't think I can. I'm not the biggest coder in the world.
Interesting.
All right. Well, we'll brainstorm.
We'll see
it.
what we can do. Yeah, we'll have an
figure
idea
something.
by.
We
We
can
can always
idea.
just buy an
we
XL
can actually
too,
buy
and,
an extra XL that fits.
Just run it through the wash a couple
normally.
times.
and remember
most
it's a
people-
European XL, so
So it's like
always
a
order a
medium.
size up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medium.
Yeah. I got a double extra large Guinness sweatshirt when I was in Dublin, and it fits me like my daughter's shirts fit me. Like, well, that's not an XXL in America.
Huh.
And take the seams out.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be fun. Like
Yeah.
I really really hope they find some way to broadcast this game. I know we've talked about this before, but holy cow!
I'm just shocked that it's not.
people would love to watch this.
I'm betting it that it will get on somewhere because I'm sure it's getting videoed for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's streaming and it's going to be broadcast in Slovakia.
So we'll just have to find
like,
that feed.
Can't we cancel a Flex Tape infomercial from NHL Network for a
I'm
while?
shocked
and
NHL Network
throw
is
that
not,
game on.
Yeah.
not doing this, or like a TSN or something.
At least throw it up on like the Blackhawks YouTube channel.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Should be easy enough.
I don't
Even
know.
if you
I'll-
just
I'll
take
check,
the
I'll
feed.
check my.
Come on, everyone! It's 2023. What are we doing?
I'll
We need to get on
check
the-
my app on my new fancy app on my Fire Stick for Slovakian
There you
TV
go.
and see
Yeah.
if it's on. You guys can come over.
We need to get in touch with Brandon and see if we can get CHGO's live stream to simulcast it. see if he
There
can
you
work
go.
that deal.
Or you can send us there, and I can just hold
That too.
my camera.
we go.
for the
Yeah,
game.
I mean, if people want us to do that at practice, why not go to Slovakia and do it?
Right. Film whole practices.
Yeah.
We'll get right on that. Right on it. We will
Region
do
Rev
that.
says she's still working on
for you.
getting in touch with her Slovakian cousins as well. That would be
there
that would be
you
a
go.
good hookup too.
Ah, nice. All right. Well, whatever it takes.
Wish I had
I
a
just want the
Slovakian
hat. I really
cousin.
like the trucker hat they got going on there.
Maybe
wanna
that's
get-
what we get for our winner. Get
That's a better
hat.
idea.
The hat,
We'll order
yeah.
an extra hat.
An
extra
adjustable
hat and a puck.
adjustable hat and
Yeah.
a puck. There we go.
They're-
that'll
There you go.
that'll be the prize.
Skinny or fat, you're happy with your prize.
Yeah.
There you go.
Skinny or fat, you could always wear a hat.
Skinny or fat,
There you go.
check out my hat.
Put that on a T-shirt.
Whether you're skinny or fat, you can go to Hooters.
Hey, you can.
If you're
Hooters-
skinny and want to get fat, go
Yeah,
to
there you go. Hooters is your spot to catch all the games this season. Step up to their plate for world-famous wings, delicious seafood, stacked sandwiches, salads, and more. Tons of great beer specials and $6 drinks all day, every day. Check out their seafood specials. $19.83 for a pound of crab legs and great prices on buffalo and steamed shrimp. Hooters is celebrating 40 years in business all year long. In honor of the anniversary, on the 4th of every month, 3 days from now, Hooters will be hosting throwback events, bringing the 80s back with 83-cent wings and other
83.
great specials. The next one is August 4th. I mean, 83-cent wings
On a Friday? Well,
in this economy,
That's not
Pretty
so
good.
bad.
that's basically free.
Basically.
I mean, you can get $20 and you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm going to be hitting that up for sure. You should too. Go to Hooters the 4th of every, go all the time, but those deals on the 4th day of every month in August, 83-cent wings and other great specials at Hooters. Go have a good time. I
I'm
love
flying
Hooters.
solo this weekend. I might be stopping at Hooters for dinner on Friday night.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
It's
Is that the
takeout.
is that the fourth? Yeah, that's the fourth.
I got one on North Avenue at like 25th, a little west of me in the Melrose Park area.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Down. I'm
Go
down.
to any of your local Hooters locations and get yourself some wings and
Yep.
get yourself some Goose Island beer. I'm sure Hooters carries Goose Island
goes
because
good
if
with
they
wings.
don't, they need to get their stuff together. CHGO is proudly supported by Goose Island Beer, the official beer company of us here at CHGO, and Chicago's beer since 1988. And when you're stuffing your face full of Hooters wings, you can also wash it down with a delicious Goose IPA, the 6-time medal winner at the Great American Beer Fest, which is always in style with a citrus aroma and bold hop finish. You could also have the Tropical Beer Hug, the Dry Hops Imperial IPA, which is a 9.9 ABV that is dangerously easy to drink. I don't know if a beer that heavy goes with wings, but hey, to each their own. You could also have the Full Pocket Pills, the everyday beer, what the Goose Island beer brewers are drinking. And of course, on these golden sunny days, reach into your cooler and get a golden can of 312, the staple of the Goose Island beer roster. Their wheat ale, always great. You can get all of these beers and more at their Goose Island locations in Chicago. You can grab ultra fresh brewery exclusive beers at the Goose Island Original Brew House on Clybourne Avenue in Lincoln Park, or you can go to their tap room on Fulton Street in Westtown. Again, that is the Goose Island Beer Company, Chicago's beer.
All right, before we get to mailbag, we got a little bit of Hawks news, former Hawk news. Carl Soderberg is calling it a career.
Carl Soderberg.
That was a fun month or whatever it was when he was a Blackhawk.
2/3 of a season.
Hey, he got us Ryder Ralston.
Yes, he did.
He sure did.
Did you know that he was blind, like legally blind in his left eye?
I
I did not know that.
did know that at one time, but
was
you've
not aware of
refreshed my
that.
memory.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, good
didn't
luck
he
to him.
also wasn't that trade Rolston and a pick?
Might have been.
To the internet.
To the internet.
Well, while you guys look that up, we're just talking about beer,
Yes.
and I think I should shout out my my new buddy because I'm repping the Whistler Brewing T-shirt today.
Cool.
And that's in British Columbia, out in Canada there.
Whistler, British
And
Columbia.
I was there, and we're sitting at the bar, and sure enough, the bartender's like, "Oh, I'm a Blackhawks fan." I'm like, "What? How are you a Blackhawks fan?" And he's like, "Paul Coffey." And I thought that was hilarious. But anyways, his name is Paul, and I showed him my phone. I'm like, CHGO Blackhawks. He got it on the old Spotify. So if Paul, if you're listening or if you're watching, Shout out to you for the delicious beers.
Awesome.
in
Paul Coffey
DC.
played 10 games for the
Yes,
Blackhawks.
yes,
he did.
amazing.
So
Was a
here's my
memorable
theory.
10 games.
Here's
And
my
said,
theory.
Get me the hell out of here.
Paul bought NHL 98 and played as the Hawks all season.
Yeah.
And didn't update the rosters where Paul Coffey was quickly moved to the Carolina Hurricanes and just had a great season with Paul Coffey all year long on NHL 98. That's
Love
my
it.
theory.
Yeah.
So if you get in touch with him, see if that's the truth.
Yeah. Shout out to Paul.
I would bet. All right, let's get to these mailbag questions. If you want to hit us up, Twitter, CHGO_Blackhawks. Same thing on Threads. We've got our members-only Discord.
Threads?
Threads, yep. And
Threads,
email us, blackhawks@allchgo.com. Those are the many ways to get in touch with us.
All right. Well, let's do some Mailbag Monday on a Tuesday. We will start with Justin.
Leftovers.
I don't. You guys didn't do this, right? I
Read
think,
it.
I think things were okay. Yeah. Here
Yep.
we go.
Read
How
it.
many hockey jerseys do you guys own, and do you wear them or just display them? I love getting unique ones that aren't necessarily Hawks related.
Not in the summer. I don't wear them too often. The last time I was a hockey jersey wearer in the summer was because of Blackhawks playoff hockey.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
lot.
it's
I
fun
have vague
memories.
memories of those games.
Yeah. I probably have 7 to 10, and I don't wear them anymore. Like once I started covering the team, not just here, but like I don't know, it always felt weird to me to wear a jersey to a game, then be kind of critical of guys on the radio or on a podcast or whatever. So I always kind of was like, about that. But I'm starting to display them.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Yeah. I've probably got 20-ish, but a lot of them are in a box somewhere at my mom's house.
Yeah.
You know,
Storage.
that don't fit anymore. They're players that have been long. I've been a jinx with jerseys. If I get your jersey, you're screwed.
Pack your bags.
I mean,
Do not get a Bedard jersey.
I'm probably not, because I'm also the guy that doesn't want the same jersey that everybody else has.
True.
So I'm cool with our CHGO Connor Bedard T-shirts
yeah.
that I got, and I'm sure we're gonna have hundreds more of those before it's all said and done.
You mean number 98 T-shirts?
Right, that's what I
Right,
meant. Our
of course.
98 T-shirts. Like my favorite jersey is my Jonathan Taves University of North Dakota number 9 jersey.
That's a good one.
Because it still has the Sioux logo on it. It was before you couldn't really get those,
Before
but
they changed it, yeah.
someone was on campus and saw it at the bookstore, and it was like the biggest size possible, and sent me a text like, "Do you want this?" I go, "Yes,
Yeah,
grab it
absolutely.
now."
Immediately, yes, thank you.
But I'm a total jinx. Like, I have a Brendan Saad Blackhawks jersey. I have a Christopher Stieg 32 jersey, a Nicoletti jersey, an Artemi Panarin jersey. I even have a Minnesota Whitecaps jersey, and that whole league is now gone.
Yeah,
I've
see,
now
it's
killed
your
off.
fault.
I've now
Man.
killed off entire leagues
Yikes.
because I bought a jersey. So I think the next time if I make purchases, it's going to be of like all-time great players.
Yeah.
Maybe all-time great players on like short stint jerseys, like Wendell Clark Blackhawks jersey.
That's
would be a lot of
interesting.
fun. The last jersey I actually got is a Hartford Whalers Ron Francis jersey.
That's cool.
Nice.
Green?
That's a cool
Green.
one.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to stick to that. Like, I do want a Joe Sakic Quebec Nordiques jersey.
That's cool.
That's a
too.
good one.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think I
have.
would have gone Verbeek if I would have gone with the Whalers. And I'm
Verbeek?
trying to think of who my
Yeah.
favorite was. I remember being in a hotel room that had ESPN and watching like a Whalers Canadian series. I don't even know where we were on vacation, but that like was one of my first favorites. I just loved that Whalers jersey.
Yeah.
I like the
classic
Navy
one.
ones they wore. That's
towards the
when I
late-
started
yeah.
getting into hockey. And when I think of the Whalers, I always liked Andrew Castles and Jeff Sanderson.
Yeah.
That was like the Whalers when I was getting into the game. And Jeff Sanderson was like a video game cheat because he was so freaking
Geoff,
fast.
right? He's a
Yeah.
Geoff.
Geoff.
I have a Gordie Howe Whalers shirt.
That's
Green
cool.
Shirt. Those.
Oh,
That
nice.
was on, and it actually has his full name, Gordie Howe, on the back because that was the year he played with his 2 sons.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got
Nice.
that. There was one of those like on NHL.com, and it's like clearance,
Clearance sale.
like $9.99.
Okay.
Sure.
I
Why
will get
not?
that. No
Purchased.
problem.
Why not?
Yeah, I think my prized one is that game worn Rutu HIFK jersey.
Yeah.
It's signed and game worn, and it's just a different looking. It's very unique.
From early 2000s European jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also on my wish list, I've been looking for years but could never find one. So if anybody knows where to get one, a Duncan Keith Michigan State jersey.
That's cool.
I
That
would
would
love
be
one of
that'd be
those.
a interesting find.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have never been able to find one of those. At least not, something that's like authentic.
Yeah.
But that's on my wish list.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I like minor league jerseys. I would love a Marion Hossa Portland Winterhawks jersey.
That's
I
cool.
think that would be really cool.
The
Connor McDavid Erie Otters jersey would be fun.
I thought about getting a DeBrincat Otters jersey at one point.
I did too.
Yeah. The problem with those ones is like finding like the actual
Yeah.
like jersey from that time, especially 90s jerseys. Like that's gonna be hard to find. But yeah, those would be some good ones to find. I have 6. I have Patrick Kane and Duncan Keith jerseys. I have 2 Notre Dame ones. One is a novelty Notre Dame one that is in my parents' basement. And then one is of my cousin's jersey when he played there. I have a Wisconsin one. And then I have Team USA from the World Cup of Hockey. It's just a blank one. But that was one of those, like, I think it was Lids was running like a Memorial Day sale or something like that. And it was like, it was like $150 off. Like I was just like, oh sure, like I don't care if this is coming from Lids, like this is pretty legit. Like
I think I
nice.
got mine there too, and I actually have a 90 a Roenick World Cup of Hockey jersey, and he didn't play in that tournament.
No.
'Cause he was between contracts.
Yeah.
So
that was the anniversary of that tournament a couple days ago, right?
That was I tweeted it.
Yeah.
That is one of my fondest hockey memories. That tournament, it was awesome.
So cool.
Like stacked rosters, playing at the highest level. Everyone was invested. Everybody was ready to go and wanting to play. I'm trying to find this picture.
Final series between Canada and the U.S. You're probably never going to be able to have that much
many.
Hall of Fame talent on the ice.
I'm going to throw this image in the Slack.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous. Just bring it back.
Yeah.
Forget the Olympics. The Olympics suck because you got to cancel you got to put your whole season on pause for 3 weeks. Normally you're playing in something where the games are at 3:00 in the morning.
Right.
No, bring back the World Cup of Hockey every 3 to 4 years. It's run by the league, so you have it in NHL arenas. NHL makes the money. You're not giving any money to the Olympic, and then you do it in September, right before hockey season starts.
Yeah.
This picture I'm looking at, it's Team Canada, like waiting for the game to start. I see Steve Yzerman, Mark Messier, Joe Sakic, Theo Fleury, Brendan Shanahan, and Adam Graves all standing in a line. There's other ones of Gretzky was on that team.
Yep.
Team USA actually won gold that year with like Robitaille and Brett Hull. Tony Amonte was great in that series. Mike Richter was great.
Chelios played in that?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Chelios and Suter, Gary Suter, I believe, was on that team.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
The 96 U.S. roster.
Matt Sundin played for Sweden in that tournament.
USA was Brian Leach, the Hatcher brothers, Matthew Schneider, Phil Housley, Chelios, Smolinski, Blackhawks legend, Mike Modano, John LeClaire, Tony Amonte, Bill Guerin, Sean McEachern, Brett Hull, Pat LaFontaine, Kachuk, Adam Deadmarsh, Doug Waite, Gary Suter, Scott Young, Steve Konowalchuk, Brian Ralston, Sean Chambers, Joel Otto, Jim Carey, the goalie, Guy Bear, Mike Richter. That was your staff.
That's insane.
And they won gold.
They won gold.
As great as that team was, it was still a major upset to beat that Canadian
Yeah.
team.
Oh, yeah.
That Canadian team was just stupid good.
You also had Alex Mogilny, Sergei Fedorov playing for Russia in that tournament. You go up and down the rosters and just so many Hall of Famers.
Here,
It's
should I do Canada's roster? I got it right here.
Yeah.
It's
Might
All
as
right.
well.
Gretzky, Coffey, Fleury, Shanahan, Lindros, Messier, Sakic, Niedermeyer, Yzerman, Brindamore, Desjardins, Domfus, Claude Lemieux, Linden, Stevens, Foote, Cote, Blake, Graves, Verbeek, Brodeur, Lyle Odeline, Keith Primo, and Curtis Joseph. Holy shit.
But I do want to say
Jeez.
Gretzky didn't play in that final series, or not like the final game.
He played 8 games.
did he?
Yeah, he
Okay.
played in all of them.
But
Yep.
he had back
Only 7
injuries.
points.
What a bum.
What a loser.
That's why they choked and didn't win gold.
I would love to find some documentation of those games and watch
I
them
think-
again.
You could get them on YouTube.
You could probably find them on YouTube.
I think they got full game because the championship, those games were broadcast on ESPN and TSN.
All right.
They're out there.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm recovering. All right. Next, what do we got?
Just a tremendous.
Okay, back to Mailbag Monday on a Tuesday. This is from Scott, Iowa. Sorry, I was like, is that one word? No. Scott, Iowa, 23. Having been granted the power to create and see in person, where in the world would you like to see any event? I think a Blackhawks versus Capitals, my brother's team, game outside or in for the ice in Hawaii would be cool. So Blackhawks, Capitals, Capitals being his brother's favorite team.
Is time travel allowed?
Outside in Hawaii.
The power to create and see in
Where
person.
in the world would you like to see any
So
event?
you would have to create an event, a hockey event anywhere in the world. Create one. I want to see
USA versus Russia on the moon.
yeah, why not?
1980.
I want to see Blackhawks Red Wings on a frozen section of Lake Michigan. That's what I want.
That was my thought is where can we find a flat frozen body of water? Maybe it's like Banff or something like that, where there's a flat sheet of ice that's natural and it's guaranteed to be cold enough that you can put a rink on.
Yeah.
And do that. That would be sweet.
And I'd have the stands all floating out in the lake. So the game, you have to take a ferry to the game.
Everybody watches on a boat. Maybe?
Everybody watches on some floating stands. Well, it's my creation. It's not going to sink. It's totally safe.
All right, cool. As
You're
long as
you're out the middle
as
of
long as you're insured.
frozen Lake Michigan.
I like that
watching
idea.
the Red Wings and the Blackhawks.
If time travel was a thing, I'd just go see another game in a stadium.
Yeah.
Don't even care.
I would actually go see
100%.
I will wait a few years for the Blackhawks to be good again, and I will go see the Connor Bedard Blackhawks versus the Connor McDavid Edmonton Oilers at the arena in Davos, Switzerland, where they have the Spengler Cup.
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing is like ridiculous. It's indoor, but it's
a-
also like
It's got like
it's open, like
Yeah.
air.
Yeah, you can, like,
It's just
open the
so
panels,
Cool.
yeah.
I want to go see a game at the Davos Arena over in Switzerland. If you've never Google that arena and just look at it, it's pretty
awesome.
amazing. It's where they play the Spengler Cup tournament every year. Yeah, I'd like to go see a Stanley Cup final game played in that arena. That would be fun.
Hockey arenas where you can get like some natural light. It's just so interesting. I went to Laban Arena in Madison for a women's hockey game, for women's Badgers game a few years ago, and the game was at like 2 p.m. and you could see like sunlight coming through. They have like a panel on one side of like panel of windows, and you could see the sunlight coming through while the game was playing. It was just like I was like, wow, I don't think I've like seen the sun inside an arena for a hockey
interesting.
game ever before. It was really cool.
I would assume it does not get in the eyes of the players.
I would
No,
like
it wasn't in the
to
sight
see a
line.
game at that Lake Placid.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Venue that they had a couple
Yeah.
years ago. Was that during the COVID year? So there was like no fans there.
Might have been, yeah.
But then they couldn't play like during the day because it was too sunny.
Yeah.
And they had to come back at night, and you lost kind of the atmosphere. But I'd like to go see a game there. That looked awesome.
That'd be cool. You have company, by the way. Tool in our chat says he's bad luck too. Brought a Leonard jersey. He was traded a month later. Brought a Hagel jersey. Traded the next day.
Oof. Next
They should insure those things, man. Like you should have like a
Yeah.
30-day.
They do
You
nowadays.
should also read the internet a little bit though. Sometimes.
Yeah, that
Like-
was
like the Leonard trade was kind of telegraphed a little bit.
Well,
you
I-
knew that was coming.
I'm gonna
Hagel not so much, but
yeah. I kind of am in the same vein of things. I bought a shirt last summer from Obvious Shirts. Shout out to Joe at Obvious. It was the one that says Fernando Tatis Jr. is good at baseball.
And then
I got it in the mail, and 24 hours later, he got bonked for 80 games for being bad at cheating.
oops.
yeah.
Good at baseball, bad at cheating. Thanks, Nando. Oh well.
sounds like a losing combination.
Yeah, not good.
Yikes. That sucks.
It's rough.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got, Lawrence?
Sports usually lets you
Oh.
down sometimes.
Yes, it will. Here we go. This is from Tom Quinn. The Hawks gave up 278 non-empty net goals last year. That's 3.4 goals a game. Do you anticipate improvement given it's the second year of Luke's coaching? Or with the young D-men, do you expect about the same or slightly worse?
Well, you're losing. I mean, you had Jake McCabe playing at a high level for the vast majority of the season before he got traded. Caleb Jones is gone, and he picked things up towards the end. You're going to have Isaac Phillips in, probably Alex Vlasic in, almost for sure. Wyatt Kaiser, outside chance. I think, boy, it's a good question with the Richardson factor. And just, I think the team might be a little bit better overall defensively based on, Perry and Foligno and Taylor Hall can defend.
The puck more.
Yeah, Ryan Donato can defend.
I think puck possession is going to be better this year than it was last year. I think the offense, I think, will. I would like to think it's a little bit more dynamic this year than it was last year, to where basically until he was traded, everything had to go through Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
So I would like to say that they'll have the puck more. They'll give up less. Your goaltending tandem is Peter Mrazek and Arvid Soderblom. That's not great. We'll see what Soderblom becomes at the NHL level. But yeah, the defense is also a question mark. I'd like to think it's a little bit better.
I would say slightly better, and by slightly better I mean like maybe it goes down to 3.2.
3.2, 3.1.
Yeah, I would be okay with that because you do have some more defensively responsible forwards in the lineup now.
Yeah.
Veteran guys. Like Foligno is going to help you defensively. Corey Perry is going to help you defensively.
Yeah.
So you'll improve that way. And as I said, with Bedard, with Taylor Hall, with some of these other guys, they should have the puck more.
Yeah.
So when you have the puck, you're not giving up goals at the other end. So I would say a slight improvement, not a major improvement, just a slight improvement on that. Yeah, if it drops to 3.2, I mean, there was 3.4, and you had like that stretch where Alex Stalock was really good.
Yeah.
So do
We'll
either of those goalies have a stretch where they're as good as Stalock was? I don't think so. Maybe Soderblom, but I haven't seen enough of him at the NHL level to pencil him down for anything, below it.
I will say, though, when they signed Stalock, we all kind of laughed.
We did.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely.
No, we did.
He was going to be the tank commander.
He
And then-
outplayed our expectations for
Absolutely.
sure.
Massively.
1,000,000%.
Yes.
Still a free agent, too.
Yeah. He was our tank commander. We kept saying, make sure he plays all those Coyotes games so we lose those games. And then after a few weeks, it was like, no, we don't play him tonight. Sit him. He's too good.
Yeah.
By the way, you mentioned guys that are still unsigned. Stalock, who knows what he's going to do. Caleb Jones still unsigned. Blackhawks legend Josh Bailey is still unsigned.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like, and I thought we got a question in the chat yesterday. Would the Hawks maybe revisit Caleb Jones closer to the season?
Maybe.
I don't know. Let him go out there, see what's out there, and if there's nothing, say you could either have a contract or not.
Right.
Here's what we're going to offer you. Come and play. I don't know.
Yeah, we might. I think as we get closer to training camps, I think we'll see some names come off the board. But yeah, I mean, the Blackhawks are in a position right now where they're not in too much trouble with contract numbers. Obviously, they have a lot of cap space to use. So yeah, I mean, if there's one or two players that maybe are still out there that could be beneficial, or guys that might be interested in low dollar 1-year deals that you roll the dice and say, hey, maybe this is someone who plays well and we flip at the deadline for extra assets. Like I don't think there's any reason not to explore that. But yeah, the free agent market is surprisingly still pretty robust.
I think Josh Bailey is one of those guys that gets a PTO and plays his way onto a roster.
Yeah, probably. I would think so. There's probably a lot of guys that are going to fall into that category.
But Josh
Look,
Bailey's-
that's what happened with Brent Sopel.
Yeah.
Before Brent Sopel signed in 2010 with the Hawks, he was on a PTO with the Red Wings.
Yeah.
And then the Hawks were like, well, we'll just sign you. And the rest is history.
Yep.
Yeah, Bailey. But Bailey's a guy that a team doesn't have to pay a lot because he's still getting his money from
Yeah, he's being bought out.
the Blackhawks. He's
Yeah.
getting his money.
Right.
So now you can sign Bailey for $1.5 million, and he's technically making, what was it, 5.5, 6?
He was
whatever
bought
it
out
was.
at
Yeah,
6.
all
Yeah.
right. Yeah, 6, I think.
So you can sign him for $1 million, and he's technically making $7 this year, so somebody will grab him, I bet.
Good for him.
Yeah, good work if you can
It's
get
a dream. Yeah, exactly. All right, how many more we got here, buddy?
We have 5 more,
Ooh.
starting
All right,
with
let's start going.
this one from Alberto Vitale. Build your dream 5-man power play unit with any 5 NHL players.
McDavid, Bedard, Crosby, Carlson, and it doesn't matter who the other one is. I don't. It's a
Dream. So dream. So it could be any ever.
I don't know
Any
if
ever?
we're.
Let's just
I
go
don't know.
current guys.
Yeah.
Okay, current.
Guys. McDavid. I throw Bedard on there. That could be fun. My quarterback is going to be Cale Makar.
yeah.
Austin Matthews, he's a sniper. And then
It's a Marin on that left wing too. He's pretty good on the power play.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Alex Ovechkin in the left circle.
That's true,
either.
too.
It's kind of what he does.
There you go.
And if you got those 4 other guys, he's going to be wide open and score 87 power play goals.
Yeah.
He'll break Gretzky's record by like Christmas in that unit.
Yeah. I'm in the same vein. I say Bedard, McDavid, Crosby, Ovechkin, Makar. Those would be my 5.
Good luck defending that.
Yeah. Pick your poison.
Good luck defending that.
Ace says McKinnon, McDavid, Kachuk, Makar, Bedard. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
there's a lot of good
any
rosters out there.
any 5, you're gonna have a hard time arguing that it's a bad selection.
How crazy is it the kid hasn't even played an NHL game and we're putting Connor Bedard on like the dream power play?
Why
Hey, we're
not?
just going by research, man.
What's so let's say now past players, past 5.
Oh God.
Gretzky, Lemieux.
Gretzky, Lemieux, Howe, Coffee, McGinnis.
Okay.
Yeah, McGinnis' slap shot was ridiculous.
L.I. Afridi.
Yeah. No, L.I. Frady had a fast slap shot.
Not
Problem
accurate,
was,
though. He's Happy Gilmore.
It was rarely ever on the net. Like he's lucky he didn't kill multiple fans.
Brett Hull is a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Got a hell of a shot.
There's lots. I mean, Stan Mikita on a power play would
Yep.
be really good. JR on a power play. We can have 3 straight episodes of this.
Yeah.
Of this type of thing. I mean, you could just basically say, give me the 1985 Oilers top power play unit.
That'll work.
And
Yeah.
you'd be pretty good.
Isn't this year's Oilers was the best power play ever, isn't it?
This year's Oilers,
I believe so. I think they're
From
the
a
highest
from a
percentage.
standpoint.
Yeah, the highest
I believe
percentage
like all time
power play. Yeah,
I
they're
believe
like
it
in the
was.
30% range.
Yeah. It wasn't the most goals in a season, but it was the most
The highest percentage.
The highest
yeah.
percentage, yeah.
all time power play.
Yeah.
All right. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, this is from Daniel. What would be some of the lesser-known prospects y'all are more excited about, not including Bedard, and what makes you excited about them?
This is from Threads. Shout out Daniel on Threads.
I've been talking about Colton Dock a lot lately. I like his makeup. He kind of brings what the Hawks don't have a ton of in terms of he's got some size. He's, I say experience, not like NHL experience, but he's been through World Junior camps and he's done all those sort of things. His brother plays, which probably helps a little bit. I don't know. I'm looking for guys that have what the Hawks don't have in bulk right now, and that is size up front.
Yeah.
So I think of the guys most likely to become NHLers with size, I think that Colton Dock is the answer there.
Yeah, the guy I'm going to go with is in that same category, and it's Ilya Safonov, playing over in Russia. Big centerman, a good two-way game. I think it's impressive to see a guy of his age getting the responsibilities, the role, and the time that he is in Russia because, historically, younger players in Europe don't really get a lot of ice time unless you're a special player. Those leagues tend to go more with the veteran players and kind of defer to the older guys. So for Safonov, I believe in the last 2 seasons as a 21-year-old, he's been in the top 6 for his team. I want to say is it Lokomotiv Yaroslavl, I believe.
Yes, he's.
He's had top minutes. I'm sorry. He's with
Akbars.
Akbars Kazan.
Admiral Akbars.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
He's been captain of that team as well as a 20-year-old, 21-year-old. So that's definitely a guy that I'm excited for. I think it's a matter of if not when he comes over, because I think the Blackhawks think highly of him.
Yeah, Safonov was going to be the guy I talked about, but thankfully I had a backup. I'm actually looking forward, and hopefully he signed, and hopefully he's going to play in Rockford this year. Antti Sorella.
Yeah.
I want to see what he does in North America. He was a 4th-round pick back in 2019, has showed some flashes in Finland the last few years, dealt with some injuries the last couple of years that kind of derailed him at times. He had to miss 3 weeks last year, and then the year before, I think he was out a month with different injuries. But I'd like to see what he was a player from that 2019 draft, 4th-round pick, 22. The Blackhawks signed him this offseason, so I would imagine he's coming over. Will be at training camp and could be an interesting player on the Ice Hogs. But he's one of those wild card European prospects that might make an impact 4 or 5 years after he was drafted.
Good question. Thank you for that one.
All right, this is from Tyler. Any CHGO Hawks road trips planned this season, perhaps to a warm-ish weather location like California?
Whatever
that'd be
Tyler
nice.
wants to pay for us to go, we will go.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
nice.
think if we're talking road trip, we're probably talking Minnesota, Detroit, St. Louis.
Somewhere that
more
we could
local.
drive. There's potential for us to be at first game of the season.
We're hoping
potential.
that can be a thing.
Pittsburgh.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It
Maybe
would be nice to be in Pittsburgh for Connor Bedard's first game.
That would be great.
If we're going to go to Pittsburgh, we might as well go to Boston.
Might
next
as well.
night.
Yeah, it's
It's
right there.
next night. I mean, it's probably cheaper to get a connecting flight to Boston with a 36-hour layover and then send us
Yeah, that
back
makes
to
sense.
Chicago. But we'll see. There could be some fun things
We
planned.
probably need to begin those conversations if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's
All of
coming
your super
sooner than you
chats help.
think.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got time.
Yes. Super. Yes, you're right.
When do they,
Every super chat gets us closer to a road trip.
That's right.
When do they head to Vegas? That's my question.
That'd be fun.
They host Vegas opening night.
I don't think they
home
go
opener.
until the last.
No, they go to Vegas on October 27th.
And then I think they're there for the last game of the year, or the second to last
Let me
game of the year.
check.
It's not till very late. So,
April.
Yeah. So if we're possibly
April 16th.
So if we're
Second
possibly
to
going
game 81.
for
Watch them quit the
potentially
playoff spot.
potentially going there for the draft in July. I don't know if we can go there in April. I'll go twice. in 3
April
months.
16th in Vegas, April 18th in LA to finish the season.
Sure. Let's do it.
Sure.
I'm in.
Why
I'll
not?
go anywhere. Just tell me where and tell me when, and I'll be
When
there.
and where and how many outfits do I need
Exactly.
back?
All right, this comes from James Schulte. What do you make of the way Hawks prospects played in the World Junior Summer Showcase this weekend? I guess we did kind of cover that just
Yeah,
at the
we
start
kind
of
of
the show,
covered at
so
the
we can-
start.
Sorry, I didn't read this before I
But-
said
That's
it.
right.
Well, they've
Good,
been doing
yes.
well.
They've
They're
been doing
doing
good.
well.
And rewind to the first 10 minutes of this show.
Yes, and
Yes,
let's now
detailed answer.
finish off with this lengthy one
All right,
from
here we go.
Graham.
Story time with Graham.
Yeah, here we go. I know the Blackhawks will have Lucas Reichel as a full-time NHLer next season, but there doesn't seem to be many other players in the top 6 alongside Connor Bedard who will be here past the trade deadline or into the following season. It seems that Nazar and Moore could be another season or two from being with the Hawks full-time. Do you see any issues coming from Bedard, most likely having to play with a rotating cast of free agent stopgap veterans for the next 2 or 3
Taylor
seasons?
Hall is signed through next season.
Yeah.
He's got 2 years left on his deal. That is the reason they traded for Taylor Hall, was to help Connor Bedard on that top line. I also think that Nazar and Moore might be closer than you think. I think there's a shot that both of them have a chance to make the team next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, we could see those guys in April with the Hawks.
Yeah,
After-
depending on how their
Yeah.
seasons go when they potentially finish. Yeah, I mean, I think this year and maybe next year we will see the one and dones or kind of stopgap veterans. I think beyond that, though, the opportunity is probably wide open that the 25-26 season, your top 6, top 9 options include Reichel, Bedard, Khrushchev, Oliver Moore, Frank Nazar, potentially Colton Dock. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of
That's when you-
young options
When
coming
you
up.
start getting your Gavin Hayes as they're starting to come looking ready. Your Ryan Greens, your Dominic James, those types of guys start coming around.
And I think with regards to, is there going to be a problem with Bedard playing with a rotating cast? I don't think that's going to be a problem because I think he has the mindset and the ability to adapt and play well with multiple styles of players around him. I think, it's looking at him as not the same style as McDavid, where you have to be able to process the game as fast as McDavid skates and play at that same pace. With Bedard, yes, you kind of need to see the ice similarly, but he can also adjust to his teammates. I assume so. Yeah, I think him playing with a rotating cast is not going to be an issue long term.
Keep in mind too that the current regime, the GM, and his crew have a plan beyond tomorrow, unlike the predecessor, where he's looking at, okay, we've got Taylor Hall for 2 years, so now in 2024 we can go after a key free agent. If we don't get it, we've still got Taylor Hall. We try again next year. There are several scenarios that have already been worked out.
It's pretty obvious that it's the summer of 2025 that Kyle Davidson is targeting to really go for it, to take that next step. Not saying that's the year they're gonna contend for Stanley Cup, but nobody's signed beyond that year. Like, everybody has brought in is either a 1 year or 2 year deal with Taylor Hall. So you have Taylor Hall with Bedard for at least a season and a half. Maybe his numbers are so good with Bedard, you bring him back cheaper just to keep that going.
Sure.
Or his numbers are so good at next year's trade deadline, you could flip him for a good asset.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just get that chemistry there for 2 seasons. It really seems that the 25-26 season is the targeted season that the front office has of, this is where we're going to have more of our guys, our homegrown talent. That's our year that we're really going to know, this is the group going forward. Now we can fill in the holes with what we need.
I also think generally we make more of that than most people in hockey do, like chemistry, having to write. You want to build a roster with the right pieces you need, but I think that we think more about that sort of thing, like how will he adjust to changing line mates. Line mates change all the time. Joel Quenneville was famous for the line blender. He would switch it up 2, 3, 4 times a game.
Lines rarely ever stay together. And listen, Connor Bedard's shot doesn't need chemistry. He just needs the puck.
Yeah, get him the puck.
Give him the puck.
You'll be fine.
And the way he shoots the puck, it doesn't matter if it's Taylor Hall giving him the puck, if it's any other guy named Taylor, if it's Taylor Swift getting him the puck. It doesn't matter.
That'd be fun.
Get him
I'll
the puck,
watch that.
and he'll put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think that we make too much of, and I think veteran leadership we make too much of.
Oh, that's way blown out of proportion.
Guys just show up to work. That's it. They show up to work. And now having a bad guy in your locker room, that's different.
Right.
Yeah.
But, adding Nick Foligno to your team is not suddenly going to make you 10 games better.
No.
Right? It'll help with some of the things, but I think it's something that we make too much of. Anyway, is that it?
That should be it.
That'll do it.
All right.
On the mailbag.
Awesome.
On a Tuesday.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for all the great questions. We appreciate that very, very much. And we want to remind you before we wrap up that students are just like you with full-time jobs, families, and full-time sports fandoms. You can go back to school and earn a respected degree at Lewis University. That's where I went to college, and it's respected because I've been gone long enough for Lewis to have reestablished a reputation in the educational world. It's 35 miles southwest of Chicago in Romeoville, and is ranked as one of U.S. News and World Report's top-tier colleges. Lewis partners with numerous employers for tuition discounts and offers evening, online, and blended formats to help you balance work, family, and education. And their faculty brings real-world experience and instruction to the classroom, which will help you in your career. They also offer career support and academic resources for adult students. If you're looking to complete your bachelor's or get a master's degree or enroll in a professional certificate program, Lewis has the right one for you. They offer several career-focused programs that will set you up for success, including their criminal justice public safety grad program. First responders will receive 20% off tuition, and tuition is deferred for 6 weeks at the end of each class. If you have an adult undergrad program you're looking for, they got computer science, business analytics, business programs, technology programs, all kinds of stuff. Discover how a degree from Lewis can help you build a better world. Learn more at lewisu.edu. lewis.edu/you can do this.
Yes, you will definitely brighten your future with a degree from Lewis University. So bright that you're going to need to wear some sunglasses. And I've got a sunglasses guy. His name's Ray. Shady Ray. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered for the warm weather we are currently enjoying and all the sunny days ahead after you get your degree from Lewis University with their premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we've ever worn. I think they're too humble. My guy Ray, too humble. They're the best sunglasses I've ever worn. Durable frames and extremely clear optics for all your outdoor adventures. And that's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost and broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they're going to send you a brand new pair, no questions asked, right to your house. Within days of breaking your Shady Rays, you're going to get a new pair. So you can wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after you purchase. And together with their customers, Shady Rays is providing much-needed support to nonprofit partners across the United States through Shady Rays Impact. From building play sets for pediatric cancer patients to providing young adults with MS the outdoor adventure of a lifetime, Shady Rays is making an impact in your community and others like it now and for years to come. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, but trust me, you're going to, but just in case you don't, you can exchange them for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's absolutely no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back. And exclusive for our listeners only, Shady Rays is giving you their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com, throw 2 or more pairs of their awesome polarized sunglasses in your shopping cart. When you check out, use the promo code CHGO, and you're going to save 50% off on that order. So you can finally get yourself some of them shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
That is a lot of people.
A lot of stars.
A lot of stars.
Will that many people be at our inaugural CHGO Kickoff Classic golf outing?
I hope so.
I think
250,000?
I think close to that many. Yeah.
Ish?
Yeah.
We'll say
give,
ish.
give or take. Give
Yeah.
or take.
Give or take 249,920.
Hey, that's fine. We'll take that.
That's give or take.
You want to join us? You want to be one of the 250,000 people that show up? You can do that. Very easy. Go to allchgo.com to sign up. It is Friday, August 25th, a 9 a.m. shotgun start at Cog Hill Golf Course number 2. CHGO, Big Drive Energy, and Pins and Aces are hosting the inaugural Kickoff Classic Golf Tournament at Cog Hill. You can sign up as an individual, a twosome, or a foursome. Diehards, as always, save on all CHGO events. This one is no different. And your entry fee includes 18 holes with a cart, an exclusive Pins and Aces tee gift for every player, access to limited edition Pins and Aces and CHGO Polo, hole contests, great giveaways and prizes for contest holes, winning teams, and last place. That's my team. Lunch, drinks, and a ceremony after the round. It's going to be an awesome time. It is coming very quickly.
I know, and
jump
I
in
haven't
there.
hit a golf club in far too long.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be
You
bad.
usually hit the golf ball, not the club.
I swung a golf club.
That's
hit a
why
golf
you've
ball.
been so bad.
I'm an idiot.
You've been hitting the club with the ball?
You've been throwing
So
the ball at
stupid.
the club. Yeah,
No,
wonder
it's
you
the
stink.
other
I am-
way.
I am a moron.
This way kept getting thrown out of Topgolf.
Yeah.
Now you know why.
Yeah, I set up my bag right in front of the thing, and I just start chucking.
Start
balls.
chucking balls at your golf bag. No, you're doing it wrong. We'll teach you. We'll teach you at the CHGO
Thank
Kickoff
you.
Classic. It's going to be an awesome time.
We should get a company outing at a top golf to warm up for the outing. We should do that.
Who's paying? We need more super chats for that. Let's go.
Get Kevin and Jake on that one.
Get more super chats. That's what we need.
That's-
Super
yeah,
chats.
super chats.
That's
Super
what we
chats
need.
so we can go to Top Golf.
Sponsor our super chat or our super chat, our Top Golf trip, and we'll get you a Hossa hat. How about
There you
that?
go. That's
There you go.
that's a fair trade.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up. You two are back tomorrow. I
Yeah.
will not be back tomorrow. I am off, and it's not gonna be fun.
You want to elaborate or no?
You know, I'm a 45-year-old man. Sometimes the doctor says we need to check certain parts.
Moon River.
It's time for certain parts to be checked. So my diet today has been water and Jello.
There you go.
Whee!
What color?
Can't wait.
What flavor?
I
Jell-O?
love Jello.
What flavor Jello?
Yeah.
Lime.
Lime.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I can't have anything blue or red.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Green party. Okay.
Yeah.
Green
So
works.
green, and I have lemon at home too.
Water flavored Jello.
Yeah, I'll have a
Clear
lemon
Jello.
party later.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Be good.
All right.
It's a joke for 4 people, 4 sick people.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I would say enjoy your day off.
Enjoy your late morning nap tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping. I'll be sleeping much of the day, so that'll be fine. All right, today sucks. Today I'm starving. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I could eat a horse. I keep forgetting that I can't eat. I like going to grab stuff. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. We'll see. All right, well, I'll see you guys Thursday. Mario and Greg back tomorrow with 2. We'll talk to you then on the CHGO Blackhawks Podcast.